Hey, flower finders! What up? Blaze J and Chooch here from Flower Finder PA to give you our second strain review, and it's one of my favorites. Love it. From one of my favorite producers. So, without any more delay or rambling, let's get to it. It is Berry Pink Flower from Agri-kind. Now, I figured it was appropriate because there's kind of like a blueberry color in the powder blue here, representing my hometown of Philly. What? Represent. But the point is though that it is, I believe, the closest grower. I think they're still like in like Delaware County, just south of the stadium area. So we had to go with all super local. Sorry, western part of the state. We love you too. You can, root for whoever you want. We'll take you here, but if you want to go with those teams or whatever, fine. Anywho, but we still love you. One love, PA. Bob Marley, big up. Anyway, so, what is Berry Pink? Now, I will also preface this by saying the first time I tried this was in the cart form, and I was like blown away with everything, taste, effects, all of it. But I found the flower, and so I wasn't even supposed to buy it as far as like how much I already had and what else I was buying, but I just couldn't resist trying it. And I wanted to see if the flower had a similar or a strong flavor, or maybe not as strong, but as close to as strong a flavor you're gonna get in the raw product compared to the concentrate. So that was one of my big things. Also, when I try it in one form, I want to try it in other forms to see how it compares. Because sometimes I like a strain in a concentrate better. Sometimes I like it in flower better. Sometimes it's great both. Or in both, excuse me. So, Berry Pink is a cross between Bright Berry, which I was a little confused about the genetics. I couldn't really find much about it, but it said Bright Berry cookies and Blackberry Kush on the internet, but I don't know, man. Anyway, and then DSD. I originally was like, what's DSD? Is that like a Durban sour diesel mix or something? No, it's Do-si-do. But that also, I've never had the Brightberry cookies or Blackberry Kush specifically. Both I would love to try and sound delicious. But cookie strains can't go wrong in my opinion. Kush strains usually can't go wrong in my opinion. Do-si-do, one of my favorite strains, and I forget exactly what that's made up of, but I love that strain. I've had it from multiple growers. Really good, really good. All right, presentation. Unfortunately, I was gonna get some more of it to do the review before I reviewed this strain. However, based on the after review, I guess as I'm gonna start calling it, like what I did after using the strain, or how it helped me or whatever it was, that is going to be relatable to the berry, and it just kind of worked out as far as a coincidence. Universe is awesome sometimes, pretty shitty a lot of the times, but the point is though that it just kind of worked out. So I don't have any to show you, unfortunately, but it was beautiful. Large buds. There were a couple smaller ones, obviously, but there were a few nice sized ones, and then it was just a couple of smaller ones. The smell was great. Oh, hold on, presentation. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Presentation was good. It looked beautiful. Nice coloring to it. Pretty standard. Green with some. I don't even remember what color the hairs were, and I just vaped some of the flower, and I didn't even remember to take note, especially because I wasn't showing it to you because I wasn't planning on this. But somehow you just gotta fly by the seat of your pants, I guess, right? Anywho, presentation 5. It looks like you want to use it. All right, smell. 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Let me holla at you. Holla, ha, ha, ha. Remind me of that Dave Chappelle. All right. Smell is 5. It smells exactly like it tastes. And it smells like a lemony, pungent, it really smells of that like sour, lemony, little sweetness almost to it, but really, like really good lemonade. And we'll get to that in a second. So it smells of 5. Stats. The stats were good. It was a little under 22% THC total. There was about 0.6% CBG, one of the things I look for. Other than that, it was about 0.9% yeah, 0.9% myrcene, so pretty high there, and that was one of the other reasons why I was happy about picking it up. because I look for myrcene, and that's on the higher end, but a little bit under the higher, spectrum. I think the highest I've seen about is like 2 or 3% maybe in a flower, probably two or closer to two. But yeah, anyway, so I was thinking, oh, it would be a good probably like daytime strain for me, or maybe more of an end of the day, but not quite night, maybe early evening. So it's relaxing, but not it doesn't want to make me go to sleep right away. So other things that were in it, there was 0.2% alpha pinene, I believe, 0.04% beta pinene, excuse me. And then the only other terp that I believe that was in it of any kind of significant concentration, or even listed maybe other than zero, was limonene. I think that was 0.25. So, not heavy on terps, but I'll tell you right now, it didn't matter. Didn't matter. So, again, not rating stats, they're already numbers. Why put more numbers to numbers? That's stupid, in my opinion, at least. All right, taste. Let's get to that. So, I will tell you, I was not expecting it to be as good. Just based on that, I had the cart first. It's a liquid sugar cart, I believe, and it's delicious. It tasted like pink lemonade. Pink lemonade is one of my favorite drinks. I remember going to Florida to visit my grandparents, and in Sarasota specifically, and they were members of the Longboat Key Club. I'm sorry, so Sarasota, and then there's Longboat, which is an island just off of Sarasota, and it was the Longboat Key Club, and we would go for lunch and golf and tennis, and it was a lot of fun overall, although I much preferred the tennis to the golf, because golf is just too hard. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so with lunch I would always get a pink lemonade because I think it was fresh, even if it wasn't, didn't matter. I used to drink Snapple pink lemonade all the time back in the day. Once in a while I'll pick it up, but I feel like it was better back in the day. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just being a kid, how you remember things. I don't know. But the taste, that's what it tasted like to me in the cart. So I wasn't expecting the flour to have the same taste, but I had expected it to be similar. The taste and smell line up perfectly. So with as far as the flour goes, so again, pink lemonade is what I get from it. It's very strong. It's been a while since I had that cart, and I love the cart too. And I'll get one of those, and maybe so hopefully if they make it into a concentrate and I can find that, I'll get those and review them too because one of my favorite strains. For me, it's a good daytime strain because it's not too sedating. Actually, the cart was more sedating, similar to the purple tie review. If you haven't checked that out, please do. That was our first review, and I think it was pretty decent, for a shot, right? Hopefully you feel the same way. Anyway, taste 5, delicious, delicious. I love it, just fantastic. I really like lemon and sour things, spicy foods. So it was great. It was great. A little sweetness also mixed in there, but more tart and soury and lemony, pink lemonade, and loved it. The effects. Very relaxing, very relaxing. I'm very, even though I'm over caffeinated a little bit, I am so relaxed. I'm feeling good. I feel ready to go meet my buddy for lunch and then jam on guitar with some of his musician friends that I don't know. I love meeting new musicians, and he's an excellent keyboard player. We were in a band together many years ago, and jammed and worked on some things that didn't pan out as we expected, but that's okay. And so he's awesome guy, very nice. You'd love him. Hopefully, I can get him on here or get him on one of my other ventures. Well, he'll definitely be involved in some of the music ventures. But shout out the guitar player from that band called him Sexy Predator because he has like small braids or no, I guess they're dreads, small like thin dreads, kind of like. Oh yeah, I still have the wig sitting right here from the first review, kind of like this, except it's natural and it looks maybe way better than that. And comes down about here. He's a stocky dude, but not like too heavy. He looks good, and he's damn sexy in appearance, but also damn sexy when he starts to play those keys. Like it's like when you combine it all. Prince level almost. He's like a subdued Prince. Like if you put Prince on like tranquilizers or weed or benzos or something, I prefer the weed to the other things. But he's awesome. He's the best. You'll see him hopefully soon. And so Sexy Predator. So shout out Sexy Predator. Can't wait to see you in jam. All right. So effects. uh, relaxing, not too sedating. I think, if I remember correctly, the cart was more sedating, but it was also a concentrate, so it had more THC, more whatever else was in that cart. And I have the stats, so I'll actually post them here to show you what those were like. But um, overall, that was a great cart, and the effects were great. Just I think a little more sedating. So effects for this 5. Also, I think I'm going to jam as I mentioned, so it sets me up for a nice jam. I'm relaxed. I feel good. I still have a lot of energy, and I feel creative overall. So I would say that's another one. I am experiencing some pain today. It's muscle pain, mainly my shoulder blades for two reasons. One, my workout routine coupled with I played drums for about an hour, hour and a half today. No, I guess more close to an hour. It feels longer, so it could. Well, I don't know, but it's probably about an hour. That's a new venture for me. I've played clarinet, sax, guitar, and bass for a while, but the drums is a new thing. So I find my shoulder blades are really ripped up now between the two. And then also just the rest of my back from the workout. But what I can say is that I went pretty hard with that workout yesterday. What I can say is that it helped a little bit with that. I don't find much pain relief, honestly. It doesn't really relieve too much pain. Usually, what it does is it just relaxes me a little bit and makes me more emotionally prepared or comfortable with that pain so that I'm not so frustrated or upset by the pain. It makes it easier to cope with the pain, the physical pain that causes an emotional pain, I guess. If Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, 5 for effects. I love it. I love it. So presentation 5, smell 5, stats unrateable, taste 5, and effects 5. So that's an aggregate of 5. That makes it easy. Easy math, don't need the calc, which is on my phone, and I'm using to record. As you can tell, I can't sing. That's the one thing I can't do in music. I could rap a little bit, and I think I'm going to release some videos with that soon because I wrote a sick rap the other day of my own. But also, Gin and Juice is one of my favorites, and yeah, Gin and Juice, and I'm going to learn nothing but a G thing too because I know a lot of that California love. But whatever, we're going to do some rap videos and show you how this little white boy can get down a little bit. Little white Cuban Jew. There's a little bit of Cuban, mainly European Jew, so mainly white, I guess. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you, or gals, or whoever. Thank you for checking this out. Again, we're gonna have a bunch of different videos. We're gonna have the review video. We're gonna have a shortened review. We're gonna have in the review video, the long review. We'll have both the product and the after review, which is coming up next if you're watching them all together. So then we'll separate the reviews. We'll have a shortened version of that. Then we'll separate the after review and have a shortened version of that. So you can decide how much Flower Finder and how much Blaze J and how much Chooch. He's not going to continue to be in these videos because he's got a lot to do. He's very in demand still, even though he's retired. People love him just as much as I do. Well, maybe not just as much as I do because the man crush is so strong. Love you, buddy. Anyway, so please stick around or check out the other video when you have time or whatever. But thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting Flower Finder PA. Love each other. Have a good day. Happy medicating. Big up yourself. Out.